So, you guys, I've totally been slacking. I know this. So, I literally wanted to film yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna do it no matter what happens. And then I literally was laying in bed right now, and I was like, I never filmed. So, I've been terrible. I honestly have not even been watching anybody's YouTube videos because I have been so tired. Like, literally, after I get off work, I just want to go get in bed. And, like, it's a chore for me to make dinner, especially because I have no appetite. So I have to remember that I have to eat and I need to feed my husband and literally force myself. So, I guess I have like 3 weeks to update you on. So, symptom wise, it's not a big deal because nothing's changed. I've literally felt the same this entire time, where I'm just super tired, like all the time. I'm not a nap person. I've never been a nap person. And if I had the time, I would literally nap every single day. Like on the weekends when I can nap, I do. But obviously I work and I can't during the week. But so super tired. I still have super sore nipples, like they so sensitive and they itch. I'm constantly putting lotion on. So literally the same, like the same as my first couple updates. But in my last update, I told you guys that my ultrasound date got changed to July 5th, I believe it was. So I had blood work and I called that next day to find out what my levels were, to see if they had gone up. And I call the doctor and a nurse answered, and I was like, I was just calling to see if you had my levels back. And she's like, yeah, they were good. And I was like, well, do you mind telling me exactly what they were? And she was like, yeah. And she told me, and they were like, I don't even remember exactly right now, but I think they were 3,942. That's what I think. Somewhere around there. And so it was good. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. And I think she was curious why I wanted to know the exact number. And so, and this was a nurse, not my doctor. She was like, have you had previous miscarriages? Are you high risk at all? And I was like, yeah, I've had 2 previous miscarriages. And I have PCOS, so I am high risk, you know? And she was like, okay, we want to get you in sooner for an ultrasound. We like to do it sooner. And I was like, okay. And she's like, can you come in Wednesday, which was like the 27th or 28th, something like that. And so it was like, I called on a Friday and she wanted me in Wednesday. So like a few days. So I go into the ultrasound and the ultrasound tech asks me when my last monthly period was. And I told him and he calculated exactly how far along I was. And he was like, wait, why do they have you coming in so early? And I told him what the nurse said. And he was like, okay. And he seemed kind of frustrated by it. And so, anyway, he does the ultrasound and we see the baby teeny, 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 tiny. But we could see the heart beating and he played it for us. So we could hear the heart beating. So that just was so like peace of mind. Like, I was so afraid to see nothing or like see an empty sack or just, worst case scenario. So I saw the baby, I saw the heartbeat, and I was just, so happy that I saw that. But he really couldn't see anything else. He couldn't even get an accurate, like, measurement of how far along I was. So, according to my last monthly period, at that appointment, I was exactly 7 weeks. According to when I think I ovulated, when I got the positive OPKs and had that terrible cramping, like when I'm pretty positive I ovulated, I was 6.5 weeks pregnant, and he measured me at exactly 6. So I was a week behind according to my period and half a week behind according to what I think. And he said it could just be because the baby's so tiny that he couldn't get an accurate measurement. And he was like, I understand your history and everything. And he's like, but if the baby's too small, the baby's too small. Like, I just don't get why they would do it so early. So, anyway, it's kind of a bummer because that was my dating ultrasound. So the doctor's office changed how far along I was by a week, but to what I was thinking, half a week. But so then the following week on the 5th, I went and I actually saw the doctor, and they did more blood work, a pelvic exam, just everything. And she said if I don't hear back from them, then that's good. Like, they usually only contact for bad news, and it's been, tomorrow will be a week. So I haven't heard back from them, so I'm assuming everything's fine. But at that appointment, she asked me if I was still on the metformin, and I said yeah, and she's like, okay, I want to start weaning you off of it. So for the next 2 weeks, I only want you to take 1 pill a day. And I'm taking, let me see, I was taking 500 milligrams twice a day, so now I'm taking it once a day for 2 weeks, and then I'm off of it completely. And I'm really nervous about that just because they say that metformin can reduce the risk of miscarriage. And she said after 9 weeks, the miscarriage rate drops drastically. And it still stresses me out because when I miscarried the second time, I was 12.5 weeks. So I understand, but obviously I need to do what my doctor says to do. It's just so nerve-wracking. So yeah, I have a little over a week left of taking the metformin, and then I'll be off. And then I don't have another doctor's appointment until August 10th. And at that appointment, I'll be like 12.5 weeks pregnant, I think is what it is. So I went from going to the doctor every single week for 4 weeks, and now I don't have another appointment for 5 weeks, which is so weird to me. Especially my last couple pregnancies, I had so many appointments, but that was also because I was spotting. Like, I had started spotting by, I think, 6 weeks both times. And so I was going in, and then I had a couple hemorrhages, so I was going to the ER and just constantly had to be at the doctor. So, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that I'm not going, because that means everything so far is normal. But it's still so weird. Oh, and at that doctor's appointment, my doctor put the little handheld ultrasound on me, and so I got to see the baby again. And it had been a week difference, and even though it was the little teeny tiny handheld ultrasound, I feel like you could see the baby better, which obviously a week difference makes a big deal. So that was nice that I got to see. And she said she's doing an ultrasound on my next appointment, August 10th, but I can't remember if she said like the little handheld one or like the full blown. I don't even know. Obviously, I'll find out before that point. But yeah, I guess everything is going good. It still has not hit me that I'm pregnant, and I'm 8.5 weeks right now, but I just don't know when it'll hit me. I thought seeing the baby would be the, oh my gosh, you're pregnant moment, but it just wasn't. It just doesn't feel real. And I guess when you just try for so long, it's hard to even grasp that. But, yeah, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I need to go and watch all your videos too because I've been slacking so bad. But honestly, my life has consisted of working and sleeping. But, yeah, I will catch up. I'm going to do so much better at filming, I promise, because I don't want to forget anything. And luckily, nothing's really changed. I know that was a lot with the ultrasound and everything, but as far as like symptoms go, I haven't had any changes really. So I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna try to do weekly updates, if not every other week. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.